76ers anxious to get off from earlier as they arrived at the arena. Welcome to 2K Sports. We have a Monday night of basketball for you with Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke. This is Brian Anderson. Joining us from the sidelines, Allie LaForce. Here are the five for Philadelphia. Kelly Oubre out there with Paul George. Then there's Tyrese Maxey. Then it's Joel Embiid. And it's the machine in at the shooting guard position. And for the Suns, Booker and Beal are the talented backcourt. Nick Richards out there with Kevin Durant. And it's Dunn in at the 3 spot. It's still early in the season, Grant, but most coaches have their rotations worked out by now.
They really do, but if they don't, they better figure it out soon. You don't want to be tinkering with your lineups any later than this.
Now here's Beal. What a tremendous game he played against Portland. For 3, Booker. It's hauled in by the Sixers. Their first chance to take a look at the Suns this season.
This wasn't a favorable matchup for them last season. Surprisingly, they got swept.
You allow Paul George loose in fast break situations. He's an absolute force in the open floor.
So it's Phoenix now. After the Sixers picked up a basket a moment ago. Beal to pass to Dunn. Now here's Durant. Pass to Beal. 6 on the shot clock. And then Beal with the dunk.
This guy is far from just a shooter. He can drive it and in this instance get up and over the rim and dunk it, Bradley.
Philadelphia with the ball. Now we'll go to Allie LaForce, who had a chance to talk with head coach Mike Budenholzer.
Facing off with Paul George tonight, I asked them what makes PG such a special player. Coach said, quote, well, he has a huge effect on the game. Paul can shut down your best scorer on one end and then put up 30 or 40 on the other. Tough to beat that. Paul George, he will have a lot to say about this one, guys.
As always, Allie, we thank you. Here's Durant. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. Back to Booker. Over Maxey. Booker no good.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
Devin Booker is a 2-guard, Doris. What's Book do that makes him special at that position?
I mean, so many things in terms of his skill. He's an elite shooter. He has become an excellent decision maker. He can get to the mid-range. He's a 3-level scorer. There's so many things. But my favorite thing is watching this guy in an NBA Finals play with a broken nose, be hit repeatedly, and never flinch. His toughness and competitive edge is always there nightly, and I love that.
And Bradley Beal is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. Maxey against Booker. Maxey passes to the machine. Richards pulls it in.
A wasted trip down the floor. That's not a good shot at all.
Well, missed opportunities, and they can certainly add up. You cannot afford to take that kind of shot.
Pass to Beal. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
First personal foul.
That's on Joel Embiid.
You get a sense, guys, right there of exactly how much pressure Bradley Beal can put on your defense.
Over the last few years, Bradley Beal has had an unfortunate string of injuries, Doris.
BA, that's putting it mildly. If you go back to the 2019 season, he hasn't played more than 60 games since that year. Obviously, when he's healthy, this is one of the great shooters and ball-handling guards in the league. He has the physical stature and ability to be outstanding on the defensive end. It's just hard watching him get robbed of so many of these prime years. Bradley Beal entered the NBA as a sweet shooter, but consistent work and improvement has turned this guy into an absolutely lethal threat from everywhere on the floor.
And so he makes both from the line. All right, on the line, we've got our insider, Shams Charania. What do you have for us, Shams?
Well, guys, after getting swept in the first round last season, everyone around the league had a sense that changes were coming in Phoenix. And now a new coaching staff led by Arizona native Mike Budenholzer, but also finally getting point guards in Tyus Jones and Monte Morris on value deals. They aim to do better this season, and guys, they have that talent with the big three of Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, and Brad Beal.
Looking for a bit of redemption. All right, Chomps, thanks a lot. Pass to Durant. The fader. Rebound by Philadelphia. They come into this one having outplayed the Grizzlies last time.
Yeah, they were dialed in from deep in that one. The basket must have looked as big as the ocean because they were hitting everything.
Well, and I think what that was a product of was their movement off the basketball. Just tremendous work on the perimeter.
Oubre, and he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
Well, guys, that's what you want to see. Oubre reading and reacting to the defense. Such a critical part of pick and roll play.
Outside Durant. To the inside. And Beal with the basket on the assist by Durant. Beal's got 8.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Embiid. Yep, count it.
I mean, it's almost like the higher degree of difficulty on the shot, the more focused Embiid will be. Of course, as an opponent, it can be so frustrating to face a player who can score against your toughest defense.
And so it's Phoenix with it after the Sixers picked up a basket a moment ago. Richards, the pass to Booker. 5 to shoot. Off target there with a little leaner.
I don't know if he's trying to show off for the crowd or what. There's no reason for that kind of shot.
Shot from 16. George's shot is off.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
Here's the machine. In his last outing, he had 11 points. And it's in there.
Strong pass there to set up the basket.
Now a timeout called by Phoenix.
And with the offense reeling, coach has to get these guys on the same page.
And to me, they're just taking too many tough shots. And when they do get an easy one, the confidence just isn't there.
And it's a completely new group for the Suns. Showing the numbers from last NBA season, the leaders in team steals. Philadelphia, number 1.
The steals numbers only tell part of the story. This was a team that made trouble for every opponent with their incredible effort on the defensive end.
Now here's Allen. He's coming off a 10-point game against Portland. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
Here's Yabusele. Here's the machine. And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen. Suns trail by 4. Allen with it. Pass to Plumlee. Now here's Jones. He's covered closely. The floater. Count that one.
Oh, that little floater, such a big part of Tyus Jones's game.
The 76ers have got 6 of 10 attempts to fall. Here's Yabusele. Here's Grimes. 13 points in the win against Memphis. Pass to the machine.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Clock at 6. And a nice finish on the layup.
They have no answer defensively inside.
22.
For Phoenix, they've gone 4 of 9 in this one so far. Jones feels it out. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
Well, Tyus Jones showing an ability to finish in close. How about the use of the angle right there?
Pass to the machine. Here's McCain from behind the arc. That one falls, coming off a Drummond feed.
3-point
He's
field goal.
consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
And here's Jones. Here's Plumlee. Drummond defending. It's stolen by Drummond. Here's Grimes. And that one is hammered home.
Wow, that's a big-time power play by Quentin Grimes. Nice finish.
Suns trail by 7. Outside Jones. Allen outside. Lets it fly. There's the block. And they're able to recover. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
How about the timing? Can be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
Right wing. Here's Grimes. He's covered by O'Neal. Grimes' shot is off. And the Suns shooting a solid 50% in the opening quarter. Allen drives. Down low. Here's Bol. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Philadelphia leading by 5. To the wing, right side. Here's the machine. Wide open. And he drops that one in.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Paul George, he's feeling it tonight. He's been the driving force for the 76ers. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. We'll be right back with you shortly. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
They've done a great job facilitating so far. So moving the rock and finding the open man, just great selfless basketball.
And they've also shown dominance in the paint so far tonight, really putting the work in down low.
So on the floor for Philadelphia to kick off the second quarter. Paul George out there with Kelly Oubre. Then there's Tyrese Maxey, and it's Bona in at the center position. For 3, Maxey. It's hauled in by Beal.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
It's stolen by Oubre. To the paint from 8 feet away. And it's in off the glass. And the 76ers lead by 7.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Here's Dunn. Knocked away.
He's always quick to pop out and defend the 3.
You know, we talk about this time and time again, trying to stay connected to shooters along the perimeter. Nicely done.
And another great assist. The offense is really clicking now.
Talking about Tyrese Maxey, Grant, here's a guy who's improved every year.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, from averaging 8 as a rookie to 26 points during his breakout 4th year, Maxey has added to his game every offseason and turned himself into an elite scorer.
To the middle. Let's go with a 3 and give him another one. He's 6 of 8 and looking solid.
You have got to have the right focus and the right reads in the pick and roll. And Paul George making all the right decisions right now, slicing up the defense.
Phoenix calls timeout, coming off a win against the Blazers.
Yeah, they really worked hard to find shots in that one. Some good play calls and energy on the offensive end.
Well, give credit to a couple of their guys for their complete locked-in nature. They were just focused and they made everything they looked at.
Richards is checked in for Bol. Embiid, he's checked in for the Sixers. And so the ball out of bounds. Embiid touched it last. Looking at last year, here were the players that led the way in terms of overall scoring. 5th is Kevin Durant.
This is a guy who never took a night off. You look at his numbers and you know that he put in a tremendous effort every single game.
Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. It's Beal on the wing. That's good. And so Durant with the assist. Beal's got 5 points in the quarter.
To love the confidence of Bradley Beal in rhythm, in the catch-and-shoot game. So good.
Here's the machine, hounded by Beal. Here's George. Ooh, poked away. Suns trail by 9. Inside. Here's Booker. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Oubre Jr. First personal foul.
That free throw good from Booker. Drafted as a 19-year-old back in 2015 by the Suns. Devin Booker has a special connection with Phoenix, Doris.
BA, they absolutely love Devin Booker in the Valley of the Sun. He's been with the Suns his entire career, and basically it's a fan base that has watched this young man grow up. And when you think over the long history of this organization, when you mention the best players in team history, there is no doubt he is part of that conversation.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Hey, Brian. Well, Kevin Durant steadily climbing up the top 10 of the all-time scoring list. He said, I've been in the league for half of my life now. It's a blessing to be playing on this platform and doing what I love to do. I just want to continue to keep putting in good work and keep adding to what I already did.
One of the greats, Allie. Thank you. The machine, the pass to George. That one's good. 7 for 10 now.
Well, the advantage they have right now is largely based on his play. What an outstanding night.
Durant inside. He's covered by Oubre. The shot by Dunn, no good. The Sixers lead by 9. Here's George. Goes up and lays it in. Nice and easy. George has got 9 points in the quarter. Phoenix has gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. Maxey against Booker. Here's Beal. Rebound by Philadelphia. George has got 4 rebounds in the game. Pass to Embiid. Kicks it to George. Launches a 3. Good. And the assist to Embiid. George has got 20 points.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Booker against Maxey. Phoenix no good that time either.
And I'll tell you, they're going to need more from this guy if they're going to cut into this deficit.
Making plays at both ends of the floor, and it shows up in the box score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Phoenix calls timeout. Grant, with players getting bigger and more athletic, do you support moving the restricted area out?
Yeah, B.A., I would. We've seen a lot of injuries when defenders slide underneath elevated players on the drive. So cutting down that risk makes a lot of sense.
So Phoenix going with almost an entirely new group here. Plumlee's checked in for Richards. O'Neal comes in for... So it's Philadelphia up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. And it's all due to their ability to own the paint. They've been dominant down low. And more NBA action on 2K Sports. And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. Paul George has been sensational.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
Booker and Beal in the talented backcourt. Kevin Durant is out there with Nick Richards. And it's done in a small forward. And that's the group from Mike Budenholzer as we begin the second half. This is his first trip to the free throw line tonight.
Taking 2 shots.
Shoot 2. The first one falls.
You cannot give Paul George these extra chances. This guy is deadly from the free throw line throughout his career.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
When health has been there for Paul George, he has been one of the great two-way guys in the league. Very capable scorer and can take on tough assignments.
No one covering. Beal's got 16 points now.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
And I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
Machine, the pass to Oubre. Shot clock at 5. He hits it just before the shot clock expires. 9 points in the game.
Well, how about the length and athletic ability of Kelly Oubre Jr.? Go ahead in there.
Philadelphia foul. Number 22. First personal foul. First team foul.
About a minute played here in the second half. Pass to Booker. Ooh, against inside resistance. Booker's still good.
Yeah, the thing about Booker, not necessarily the quickest twitch athlete. He uses that smooth handle to gain separation.
Embiid passes to the machine. And here's George. It's stolen by Dunn. Beal outside. Down low. Booker. Rebound by Philadelphia. At one point, they led by 16.
And they've just built this lead by attacking the boards.
Here's George. Rebounded by Dunn.
No one near him on that one, and I'm not sure why he felt like he needed to fade away.
Booker against George. Booker on the take. Ooh, nice D from George.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line could be the next best thing.
These are his first free throws of the game.
At the line for the 76ers, Kelly Oubre Jr. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
Kelly Oubre Jr. entered this league as a dynamic athlete, excellent in the open floor, but give this young man credit. He's worked hard to develop the perimeter game that's absolutely critical to success.
Hits one, then misses the second attempt from the line. And Kevin Durant is arguably the greatest scoring forward ever. What makes KD so incredible, Doris?
BA, this game better go into triple overtime if I've got to list everything that makes this guy special. Size, elite shooting, ability to handle the ball at 7 feet, put it on the deck, get past, finish in traffic, rebound. You need me to guard every single position on the defensive end? I can do that. I could go on all night. How much time we got, BA?
One of the all-time greats,
22.
Kevin Durant, the Slim Reaper.
Excellent recognition from Kelly Oubre right there. So solid, sensing when one of his guys is open.
Now Beal. 16 points for him. Richards, the pass to Booker. 5 on the clock. Beal outside. And once again, off the mark by Phoenix.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
George drives in, and the jam by George.
Don't sleep on Paul George's verticality. How nice was that finish?
Here's Durant. No made baskets yet. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. Kelly Oubre picks one up. When you look at the career of Kevin Durant, he's had an amazing list of teammates, Grant.
Yeah, that's true, BA. And it started with Westbrook and Harden. Then he had Steph, Clay, and Dre, Kyrie, and then Booker and Beal. That is quite the list.
First free throw is good.
And one of the best things about Kevin Durant is he simply locks in on exactly what's in front of him at the moment. If that means working at practice, that's what he does. If that's competing at a high level in the game, that's what he does.
Both shots good from the stripe.
Boy, really soft touch on display. It is a luxury to have a big man who can hit from the line at a consistent rate.
Back to Maxey. Pass to the machine. Shot clock at 6. George. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
There are nights where it's impossible to stop Paul George. He is such a strong guy who knows how to convert through these plays.
This will be his 3rd free throw of the game. That's good from George. Phoenix calls timeout.
And no doubt, coach wants them to improve their interior defense.
I think right now they're giving up way too many easy looks. That is a recipe for disaster.
And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Joel Embiid. Second half here, and we're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Tries to break his ice. Look at Booker elevate.
You can see when a guy like Devin Booker sees a lane to the rim, he's going to exploit it.
Oubre on the wing. Back to Maxey. Pass to the machine. Back to Maxey. Stolen by Booker. And there's the drive. In deep. Booker gets it to go.
Devin Booker sees a window of opportunity to get to the dribble drive game and takes advantage.
Here's the machine, pounded by Beal. Oubre passes to the machine. Back to Oubre, 6 to shoot. Kevin Durant pulls it in. Durant's got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's Beal, and that comes off the assist by Durant. Durant's got 4 assists in the game.
Well, Bradley Beal has become such a good playmaker, finishing through contact. That is beautiful.
Now a timeout called by Philadelphia.
Things just aren't going their way. He clearly wants to talk it over.
Well, night in and night out, sometimes it's a battle of runs.
We'll make substitutions.
At the line for the
and some
76ers.
stats here, guys. The scoring
Joel
breakdown
Embiid.
for Philadelphia.
Shooting
Well,
one.
not content to take what the defense gives them. I mean, they're attacking the gaps and getting the ball inside.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor.
Molding himself into one of the most dominant centers in the league, Embiid has really come into his own.
Taking a look at Philadelphia. Joel Embiid is out there with Kelly Oubre. Then there's Paul George. Then it's Maxey. And it's the machine in a shooting guard. Pass to Oubre. Here's the machine. Pounded by Beal. The machine. Pass to George. Up and overdone. George. Good. George has got 9 points now in the second half.
Well, this is a team that depends on Paul George to fill it up. Such a skilled, versatile scorer.
Here's Booker. Oh, Booker shrugging off the contact.
Look at what he's doing here, and it's hard to imagine him playing much better.
George passes to the machine. Pass to Maxey. Shoots over Booker. And it's Maxey missing. Suns trail by 14. Beal outside. Ooh, great D on that shot, and it's off the mark. The 76ers have gotten half of their attempts to fall in the fourth. 2 for 4 now. Now Embiid, covered by Richards. Shots blocked. Now here's Dunn. Here's Durant. Another shot. He got a piece of it. Maxey surveys to the middle. There's the triple. Offensive rebound. And then Embiid with the dunk.
And that's the hunger that Embiid plays with. He just gobbles up the miss and goes back up for the score.
Booker, the pass to Dunn. Now here's Richards. Embiid covers. Richards with it. Knocked loose. And the ball is tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
It'll be a jump ball.
And so it's Phoenix with it. Here we go, the Sixers on the break. Here's Oubre. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Second personal foul.
And they've been so much more aggressive drawing the whistle here in the second half.
Shooting for Philadelphia, Kelly Oubre Jr., 2 shots.
No good on that one. And the NBA moving to a 2-day draft. Your thoughts on the change, Grant?
You know, B.A., a lot of pro sports are shifting to multi-day drafts. And the NBA draft can be long if done all in one evening. So maybe a good choice to break it up.
And Booker's got the ball here for the Phoenix Suns. Trailing by 17. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. George has got rebound number 7 tonight.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Here's the machine. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen is the call.
Yeah, I'm surprised they're winning by this much with double-digit turnovers. The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Durant. Oh, KD against contact inside.
Well, you get a sense of how locked in Kevin Durant is. The defense not going to alter his approach.
Here's the machine, hounded by Beal. Pass to the machine. 6 on the shot clock. Embiid with it, covered by Richards. Embiid can't hit. Suns trail by 15. Booker surveying the floor. Shoots over Maxey. Booker, good. Booker's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Someone who utilizes that mid-range part of the floor to extreme efficiency, Devin Booker.
And the 76ers call time here.
It's now an opportunity to take a break and talk about their strategy moving forward.
Well, there's something that the coach doesn't like. I'm curious to see which kind of adjustment he makes here.
And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Paul George.
He has truly put on a show out there tonight, tearing it up on both ends of the floor. So impressive, and the other squad has looked helpless to stop him.
This here was a gutsy performance from him in front of a tough crowd. The fans were on his back, and it never got to him. If anything, it motivated him more. The Suns have gone 4 for 10 in the fourth. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
Now, Kevin Durant is such a difficult check, right? You've got to guard against the shot, and this is where he can draw contact and make it so difficult.
Free throws good from Durant.
And we've seen some good free throw shooting in the second half.
And both free throws good for Durant.
An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work and it pays dividends.
Pass to the machine. Here's Embiid. Embiid lead. Just brushing off the contact inside.
Yeah, getting aggressive in the paint. Look at Joel putting his size to work.
Here's Beal, and then Beal with the dunk.
Well, as usual, this guy cooking on the offensive end, but right now the other guys on his team have got to step forward.
Here's the machine, hounded by Beal. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
Foul. Shooting for Philadelphia, number 22, taking 2 shots.
First one falls for him. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Suns trail by 13. Lets a floater go. That one's good for 2. Beal's gotten 4 this quarter.
Well, Bradley Beal works so hard to find the opportunities on the offensive end. He knows he's responsible to carry the load.
Here's the machine, hounded by Beal. Here's George. Money from the wing. George has got 11 in the second half.
Are you kidding me? Just look at what Paul George is doing to the defense over and over. My goodness.
Pass to Maxey. Over Booker. And yes, it goes. He's got a little English on that one.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
Booker no good. Philadelphia leading by 15.
And this one hasn't been in doubt for a bit now. They came out on a mission, and you can bag up this win for the 76ers.
They looked to run anytime they could.
They set the tone with their pace. Their transition game was excellent.
And it's a performance that will signify their 5th win of the year.
And with this one all but in the record books, they set the tone in the first of what will be only 2 meetings between these teams.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Paul George.
They simply can't stop him right now. This guy playing with passion and focus.
And the basket by Embiid.
And they knew it wasn't going to be easy to win on the road, but they've controlled the pace on this one.
And sometimes when everyone's rooting against you, it seems to bring the unit closer together. It certainly did tonight.
And Durant with the big finish.
Yeah, that's the size and reach of Kevin Durant at the rim. Yes, sir.
Maxey against Booker. Maxey passes to the machine. From outside, off the mark. Beal surveying the D. Pass to Richards. Shoots in deep. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Well, we see a lot of emphasis on three-point shooting nowadays, but you'll take that look right there any night of the week.
So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. It ends up being a fairly easy road win.
Those are so hard to come by. It's never easy to take a game in someone else's building.
And that about wraps it up. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and our entire crew, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time